Welcome back, everyone, to A Catholic's Perspective YouTube channel. My name is Abigail Gripsover, and this channel started as a catechetical place we were reading through the Catechism. The goal was to read through it in ordinary time of 2021. For those of you who subscribed from that time, you know that we had to stop that project abruptly. I have chronic health issues that really started building again, and I got to a point where if I was going to get all my daily duties done, be able to take care of my work and my family and my own health, something had to give, and unfortunately it was these videos. And I thought it was just going to be a couple weeks. It turned into almost a year of having to take a break, and it really broke my heart because I love to share about God and the church and how incredible He is and the church is. That is a really big passion of mine. It always has been, to share that in a creative way. But we are coming back now, but we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. So at the same time that I started the YouTube channel, I also started a website. It's Catholic-perspective.com. That is my blog. On my blog and Instagram for the next few months, foreseeable future, I will be writing about kind of my health experience and some of the radical ways that God is calling on me to trust Him with my health journey right now. Hopefully I will incorporate some videos talking about that as well, but the main thing that I will be doing with videos and here on YouTube and on Rumble, where I'm also going to be adding these videos going forward, is a new series called Poetry and Praise, which is where we are going to read poets from the metaphysical and romantic eras, and then one poet outside of that, and then occasionally some specific sections of the Bible as well. Each week will be its own complete project, so we don't have to worry about getting dropped off in the middle of something. We'll kind of take a poem each week, read through it. The goal, I will recite it at the beginning so you can kind of appreciate it the way that it's meant to be said. Some of them can be a little bit hard to tell the first run through or two how you're supposed to read through them and pronounce some of the words in there, especially when they're made up words. So we'll go through that. I'll recite it for you and then help you to kind of walk into the deepness of these poems with me. The goal of this is just to infuse some beauty into your day and to give you an additional way to kind of meditate upon God's greatness and the greatness of what He's doing in the world. Some of the poems we will be reading will be directly religious and written by Catholics or Christians. Others of them will not be by Catholics or Christians, but will have a religious lean to them or speak to some of the great truths of the beauty of God's creation. So that will be the goal. We're going to start with shorter poems. We're looking at 15-minute videos to help myself and you all to kind of get comfortable with the new format and what we're doing. And then if we continue to succeed in doing so, maybe we will attempt some longer poems. I have quite a few poems in mind that I really want to share. Poetry is a passion of mine. It's something that I've been passionate about for a lot of my life, actually. My first major research project in middle school was about poetry, and then I thesised about poetry as well in college. And it's something I've taken a lot of time to study, and every time I read it, it sets my soul on fire in a way that I want to share it. I don't want to just keep it to myself. And so as I've been trying to really pray and think about the best way to start sharing creatively again, especially in a video format, it was obvious that that was what it had to be. So I am doing this quick video just to kind of explain to you where this is going, to thank you for still following along, and to let you know what to expect. We have our first video coming out Wednesday. My husband is going to be helping me. We're going to use better equipment. I have a better mic. We have a professional camera that we've been using to do some product photography that we're also going to use to try to shoot these videos. He's going to help me to kind of increase the quality and make it a really beautiful visual experience for you as well. Incorporate some nice photography into there, especially when we're reciting poems that are particularly lend themselves to kind of visuals to pair with the words that you're hearing and taking in. But I just wanted to tell you that was where it was going. For those of you who have been subscribed for a while, I want to say thank you. Thank you for sticking with me, for still being here. And I hope that you will stick with me for this next chapter as well. I will also be writing about my journey in spiritual healing and just this kind of walk of radical trust that God has been calling me to take, and the ways that He's really been transforming my life, and also the ways that suffering, especially chronic suffering or extreme suffering, can really challenge us spiritually and how we need to work on overcoming that. I'll be writing about a lot of those things on Instagram and on my blog. Anything I write on Instagram, I'll be copying over to the blog. So if you want to continue to enjoy kind of those deeper reflections, and poetry just isn't really your thing, I will be writing about other topics as well in light of suffering and redemptive suffering especially, and how Christ and the church makes suffering purposeful. That will be on my blog and on my Instagram. I'll leave them both in the links to all these videos. So once again, I thank you for following along, and I look forward to this journey that we're about to take. Next week's video will be a quick 10-minute primer on kind of what metaphysical and romantic poetry even is. Those are eras of time, they're not adjectives, but you'll see that they were chosen to describe those eras for a reason based on the kind of poetry that was being written. I want to kind of just start you out with this basic information. If it's not really interesting to you, you can skip over it, but for those who want to understand even more deeply the context, I wanted to just put it in a video at the beginning, so we don't have to explain it in depth in every single video, because I really want each video to be able to be succinct and to focus on the poem at hand and the substance of the poem itself. So that will be coming next week. Again, my husband will be helping me. We have a new mic and everything right over there. So he's going to help me get it together, but I wanted to go ahead and get this up for you. And just once again, thank you for following along, and I hope that you will pray for me. You can always leave intentions on Instagram, in the comments here on YouTube, or anywhere else that we post this content, and we will pray for you as well. That is a promise. We do pray for any intentions that people ask us to, and we just feel blessed to be sharing this with you, and may God be praised in everything we do.